Sweet. So guys, welcome to our online webinar this lovely Tuesday, the 12th of December. We are talking about the truth behind nutritional cleansing, and I'm joined by a good friend of mine, Zach, and Zach is just an absolute wealth of knowledge when it comes to nutritional cleansing. So Zach's a certified health coach. You may recognize him from his YouTube channel, Raw Cave. He, amongst his several social media channels, has tens of thousands of followers. So this guy has absolutely just adored everything about nutrition and healthy eating and healthy lifestyle for years and years. He's been doing Isagenix for about 4 years and using nutritional cleansing. But prior to that, he already was a very awesomely healthy dude. So he's actually helped hundreds of people himself through the nutritional cleansing program. And I've had the honor of speaking with him on several occasions at different Wellness Wednesdays and events in Sydney. So without further ado, I would love to hand it over to Zach to share some of his knowledge with you guys tonight. And if we've got time, we might open it up at the very end for some questions. But I think given Zach's knowledge, I think you'll have a lot of questions answered during this presentation. Go for gold, Zach.
All right, beautiful. Thank you all for jumping on. Jess, for the amazing introduction. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here. And I've got so much cool stuff to share with you all. So really, I hope you guys are ready, focused, open-minded. I see a few people who have got their windows open, but it's just looking at the ceiling. I don't know what's going on. You guys are ghosts. try and there you go. Okay, cool. let's all do this. There you go. Hey, Robin. Hey, Beck. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I want to thank every single one of you for being here, obviously taking the next 40 minutes out of your life to learn about something that is true to all of us. Right? Without our health, we have really nothing. And I want to just be really simple with you guys, boil it down. The intention is to, as I said, as Jess said, educate everyone on the truth about nutrition and cleansing. From my experience being a certified health coach, having a mum who's a naturopath, my first stepdad was a yoga teacher for 7 years. My second stepdad was a psychotherapist and counselor. I have a very holistic, mindset around how to be healthy, and working with hundreds of people all around the world, one-on-one, and thousands of people in group. I just know that what I'm going to share with you guys can really epically, can really help every single one of you take your health to the next level. I've been doing this for quite some time. So if you can take notes and be as focused as possible, that'd be great. And obviously, if you want to get the most out of the next 40 minutes, just be open-minded, right? Some of the things that I'm going to share with you might sound super just simple and like, what? Does that really work? But our body is a system, right? It's a combination of a bunch of the little things done really well. Greatness are the simple things done really well. Okay, so I'm going to go through the fundamentals of those and kind of go through that with you guys. And it's going to be split into two parts. The first part is going to be giving you a bunch of information on my philosophy and approach to health and wellness, and then also sharing with you the second part will be on Isagenix and nutritional cleansing and how and why I believe in that system so well. And so I just wholeheartedly believe in that for my own health and for everybody else who's open to it. It's not for everybody, but if you're really open to taking your health to the next level around focusing on the other things we'll talk about tonight, I really believe you'll get some incredible results for 2018. It's really exciting. So has everyone got a health goal that they're working on for the next 90 days? Can I get some nods? Whoops. Yeah. What I want you to do is just in the chat, just type in, so the chat's at the bottom. It might be under the participants, and then you just hit chat. Just type in your number one health goal for the next 90 days. Whether it's energy, weight loss, better sleep, more muscle, mental clarity, maybe just feeling more confident in your own skin. What is it for you guys? I want every single one of you to participate, except for you, Steve, because you're driving. Losing weight loss, reduce stress, lean muscle. Excellent. 30-day cleanse, great. Fitness and muscle gains. Yep, personally, mine is to put on some more size. I've recently just put on 3 kilos. I want to keep going with my fitness. Tone up, lose my last few kilos. Sweet, guys. Thanks for sharing. And then Beck, you've got energy and weight loss. Thank you. Cool. Second thing, I just want to ask you guys, where do you see yourself with your health on a scale of 1 to 10 right now? 1 being you have not much energy, you're relying on coffee, you're not feeling really good most days, you're just not confident in your own skin. That's a 1. And a 10 being jumping out of bed, feeling incredible, really confident in your own skin, having energy all day, not needing nana naps. Where do you see yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? Just type that into the comments. And if everyone can do that, that'd be awesome. Cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, this is one of the interesting things. This is great. I love your honesty, guys. This is awesome. So one of the interesting things around health is my mum, she's a naturopath. I've learned so much from her. She literally says to people, she goes, we don't know when we're in the mud. She has some interesting one-liners, my mum. She goes, we don't know when we're in the mud, which means that we don't know that we're actually feeling quite, we don't know we just don't know what we don't know. We don't know how good health could be for us. Sometimes even, an 8 or a 9 or a 7 might actually be lying to ourselves and saying, yeah, I am here. But if we were to be really real and honest, it might be a 4 or a 3 or a 2 out of 10. And for those who are listening on the webinar, you can guys just check in with yourselves right now. Just be really honest because, as they say, the truth will set us free. If we're not honest with ourselves, we can't have that, I guess, genuine conversation to start taking those steps moving forward. I'm not about rah, yeah, be healthy. Woo, it's easy. It's actually a lot of work and a lot of discipline, which we'll get into in a minute. But you can make it really simple, easy, and fun if you follow the right system, the right approach. For me, with my health, I haven't been healthy my whole life. I was actually a chubby kid in primary school and fully picked on, teased, bullied. And I found my escape through computer games and food. That was my thing. In high school, even in year 12, I couldn't even ask questions to my teacher because I didn't have the confidence. I cared so much what people thought about me. It was really crippling. But luckily, when I was 17, I had a family friend who became my first mentor. He's 20 years older than me, and he helped me with fitness, nutrition, and mindset. And these things that he taught me changed my whole life. I don't know if you guys can agree, but the smallest things can mean the biggest difference if they're the right small change, right? The right system or the right little tweak in our exercise or our form or our food can really can change our whole life. So I got hooked at 17. I got so passionate. I used to burn documentaries and hand them out at my high school to educate my friends and family on health and nutrition. And from there, it kept going. I worked for a company called Vitamix, which is the blenders that they use at Boost. You've all probably had a Boost juice before. That comes out of a Vitamix blender. And that company paid for me to travel all around the country, making smoothies and soups and raw foods and treats for everyone. And then I studied nutrition and health coaching because I was like, I want to learn more about this. And then I just fell into health coaching, and then I fell into Isagenix because it just really made a lot of sense to me. And I've never really looked back. So just want to share with you guys where you're at right now. I believe, would you guys agree that we all deserve to live a 10 out of 10 in the area of health? Yeah. Who has a goal for next year to have your health at a 10 out of 10? Can I get a what? Absolutely. Yes. Cool. Yeah, obviously. So why aren't we at a 10 out of 10 right now? I want to quickly share with you from my experience, what the 3 things are that actually hold people back from getting to a 10 out of 10. But I just want to quickly ask you guys, this chat's awesome. I love the energy. So I just want to quickly ask you guys, what do you think is the one thing holding you back from getting to a 10 out of 10 in your health? Yourself. Love the honesty. That's awesome. Yeah. So the question is, if there was one thing that's in the way of you getting to a 10 out of 10 of your health, what would that one thing? Commitment, excuses, yourself, self-discipline, studying and working full-time, work. Yep. Awesome. Still discovering what works for me and what doesn't. Preparation of meals. Cool. Discipline and time. Meal prep. Yeah, cool. So meal prep and time. Thanks for sharing, guys. That's great. So as you can see, we're all pretty much on the same page. Most people, there's just a couple of little things that if you tweaked, you would change your whole routine and whole lifestyle, whole energy, whole weight. This is why I'm so excited to help people, because this is easy to change. This is simple. It's all good. Consistency, me. Great. Love it. So this is what I found. When I started coaching people, I found out really quickly that, and you guys can probably agree, that the number one thing holding us back right now is distraction. We're all so distracted with work, social media. We're distracted by maybe a workout plan that isn't working. We're following a food plan that isn't working. We're usually distracted from the truth. And what I mean by that is that there's fundamentals of health and nutrition that most of us aren't following every single day. So I'm going to quickly share with you 11 fundamentals to living a 10 out of 10 healthy lifestyle. So everybody start taking notes. The first thing is air and oxygen, right? I don't know if you've ever walked in nature. I don't know if you guys can think of a time where you've walked or gone to the beach, gone for a swim, or you've gone through in nature and you've just smelt the air, right? It's fresh, it's delicious. Or if you've gone to the city and you're smelling that pollution, it's disgusting, right? There's a difference in that. The quality of the air is really important every single day. And if we're in an office with the aircon, it can obviously be not as fresh as we like it to be. So oxygen. And to give you a little tip to take home tonight, to actually implement tonight to help this one area of oxygen and air, would be the Wim Hof method. I'm a massive fan of it. Some of you probably practice it already. The Wim Hof method, WIMHOFF, WIMHOFF, and just Google him and you'll find an awesome breathing process that's changed my whole, my body's like, I just have so much energy because of that as well. So do that tonight, and over the next weeks, months and years, it'll be just, if you get anything from this little 30-minute webinar, do that. It'll be amazing for you. So that's number one. Number two is water, right? I don't know if you've ever gone to a natural spring and drunk the water. It's fresh, it's delicious. There's a massive difference to just drinking tap water, right? So the quality of the water is really important. Number three is sunlight. This is before food, yeah? So we're getting to the food in a minute. So sunlight, getting 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes every single day. It's vitally important for energy, sleep, metabolism, parts of our body. Vitamin D is crucial, yeah? And then number four is sleep, getting a good quality sleep. As we know, if we don't sleep well, we're not eating correctly, and metabolism isn't in check. And it kind of spirals out from there. Sleep helps so many different things in our body, and especially for recovery in the gym, weight loss, all that stuff that we're looking for. So that's number four. Number five is nutrition. Okay, so let's break down nutrition really, really quickly. Give you a rundown. So just a couple of terms to go Google after this is healthy fats. If you don't know the difference between healthy fats and unhealthy fats, go research it. Yeah. Then you want to look at healthy carbohydrates, healthy carbs. Yeah. Our body needs energy, needs fuel. And also Google the benefits of fiber. The benefits of fiber. Fiber is vitally important for our digestive health, which we're going to get into in a second. And then also minerals, vitamins, enzymes. There's a lot of, as you guys know, through agriculture, if you've ever watched a documentary called Food Matters, you'll see how the food chain and the food production from the farm to the shop is just the food that we're eating doesn't have the same nutrition in it that it used to. Yeah, usually food is picked maybe 1 or 2 weeks before it's actually ripened, so that it stays looking fresh, and then it's taken to the supermarket so it looks amazing, but then people are buying it and it's not at its richness of nutrition. Maybe you guys can think of a time where maybe your grandma or family friend has a garden and they've had an organic apple or an organic tomato, and you've smelt it and you're like, oh my God, that's what a tomato should taste like. And you eat it and smell it and you're like, whoa, there's a big difference between that and supermarkets food, so that's the quality. For example, 50 years ago, spinach, one bowl of spinach in a particular field that UCLA did a study on, one bowl of spinach equals 40 or 50 bowls of spinach today. One orange 50 years ago is like 8 oranges today. So you can taste the sun in the tomatoes. Absolutely. So this is the quality that most people are just forgetting, and we're getting distracted, right? So the quality of our fruits and veggies. Number 6 is the chemicals in our environment. So for example, what deodorants we're using, if it has aluminium in it, if we're using a hairspray, if we're using, soaps in the bathroom, stuff like that. There's chemicals around our environment so much today. What we're washing our clothes in, what air fresheners we have in the car. There's parabens. There's these harsh chemicals that are linked directly to cancer, but they're in our everyday environment. And we're breathing them in, especially in the shower with the steam, with the hot water. It's going in the steam into our body. We're breathing in these chemicals, and our skin is our largest eliminatory organ for getting toxins out and cleansing our body. Our skin is super important, and we're just like shoving chemicals on it, I'm ranting. Like, I'm so fired up. Hopefully you guys are interested in this stuff. So I'm just breaking it down. So chemicals, obviously removing chemicals from our body, processed food, stuff like that. And then number 7 is movement. Exercising every single day, at least 15, 20 minutes. A walk out in nature, going to the gym, yoga, paddleboard yoga, acro yoga. I don't know. There's so many different types of exercises these days. We have so much privilege. We live in such an amazing time where we have a first world problem of, or do I go to CrossFit or do I go to yoga? We are so lucky to be able to choose what fitness we do. There's many people that can't even get out of bed. So movement is so, so important. And then also social. Okay. As you know, if we're having fun, we're being connected with the friends and family, we're going to feel, belonging is such an important part of being healthy and having the holistic approach to wellness. Yeah. So if any times that I'm just feeling lonely or down in life, or I'm too focused on work, I need to balance it out by going out, having fun, connecting with friends and family and stuff like that. It's still really important. Scheduling in you time, scheduling in family time, and social time. Is this all making sense? Can I get yeah, sweet. Awesome. Thanks. And I think we're up to number 10. Number 10 is work and career and an aspiring mission. When I'm coaching people and I ask them what they do for work and they don't like their job, they don't like going to work, they're really stressed, that actually stops them from being healthy, even if they're eating healthy. You can eat super healthy, you can be fit, but if you're not passionate about what you do and not loving the work that you do, which is the majority of our life, it's going to have a negative effect on our body. It's going to stop us from sleeping well. Our metabolism isn't going to be well off. So as you guys know, it puts a lot of pressure on our body. So if these things, if we're not happy with them, if they're not working, we can change them. Yeah. And then last thing is self-love. Self-love is crucial. I believe we cannot pour and help other people if we haven't helped ourselves first. Yeah. Whether your philosophy is half full or half empty, I think those are too limiting. My belief around health and nutrition is that your cup can be 100% full and it's overflowing with health and abundance. We have the opportunity right now. And if anybody wants to become an expert in health and wants to learn more, we have this thing called Google. We have the most incredible search engine with any piece of knowledge on the planet. If you want to learn more, it's just spending time on Google. But self-love is crucial. Meditation, rest, repair, scheduling you time is so, so important. So those are my 11, I think there were 11, one more, 11 tips on how to create a more holistic approach. So hopefully that helped. And that's number 1 of 3 that's holding people back. Okay. The distraction. And really what those 11 things do, it helps bring into harmony the 4 brains that we have. So majority of people have thought that we have one brain, right? This thing inside here, but actually we have 4. When you look at it, we have obviously our brain, we have our heart, we have our digestive system, and we also have our sex organs. And these are all very powerful parts and systems within our body that if they're not in balance, it's going to not create harmony and homeostasis within the body. And then we're going to have cravings. We're not going to feel good about ourselves. We're going to train. So it's about creating harmony within each one of these areas. And how do you create harmony in those 4 areas? It's really simple. Follow those 11 steps, right? Eating quality food, resting, air, water, sunlight, getting away from chemicals, movement, social time, inspiring mission, self-love. Yeah, these are all so, so important. 4 Gs, I didn't know about them. Okay, cool. So just hopefully this makes sense to you guys. And it's something to obviously keep researching about. But by sleeping well, for example, it's going to help our hormones, right? For example, testosterone for dudes, estrogen for women, and something that's really, really important for women, which is oxytocin. If you've never heard of oxytocin before, Google that. That is by far one of the most important hormones for women's health, and that's really linked to sleep. Okay, so sleeping is vitally important, especially for our brain health, our heart health, our digestive system, our reproductive organs. That's so important. Sleep. Also, gut health, which is something that I'm super passionate about the last couple of years. I interviewed a microbiologist on gut health, and pretty much a lot of the science comes out that even depression, anxiety, pretty much every health challenge we have today stems from the gut. And Hippocrates, the father of modern day nutrition, talks about all dis-ease, disharmony in the body is created in our digestive system. Okay, so things like apple cider vinegar is really important to build the hydrochloric acid in our stomach so that we can digest our food. That's just normal apple cider vinegar before each meal or just in the morning. Chewing is really important. I know I used to inhale food, right? I don't know, I go out for dinner with friends and I'm a slow eater now, but they just like inhale food so fast and then they're feeling bloated and sluggish and tired. But I recommend every single one of you should chew at least 50 times every single mouthful. If it's soup, obviously don't do it. If I'm having a smoothie, I'm going to chew at least 5 to 10 times to get the digestive enzymes happening. Do you guys chew your smoothies? Any chewers out there? Represent. One. Okay, cool. So it's something that digestion starts even before we put the food in our mouth. Looking at the food, seeing what we're eating. If we're driving, having fast food, eating, usually you get to the end of the meal and you're like, did I just eat anything? What just happened? I'm still hungry. You know, taking time to eat with our food is vital. Having that relationship with our food, being present, not watching social media, not watching TV, not arguing, just being with our food and eating in a great space. That's so important. So if anything you guys could do for the next week as a challenge would be really present, be really mindful with your food. Tip. Okay. So also probiotics, prebiotics are really good for digestive health. And also if you want to Google something, it's called food combining. Food combining is something you want to look at, a food combining chart, which helps. Certain foods don't digest well together. So there's certain foods that if you combine them well, we'll get better digestion and more energy, stuff like that, food combining. Have any of you not heard of that before? Not heard of food combining? Okay, cool. That's like a game changer. Yeah, definitely look into that. So, okay, so that was being distracted from the basics. Those are the basics to create harmony within ourselves. Number 2 is most people aren't at a 10 out of 10 with their health because they are not, oh my gosh, it's going so over time. I'm like, hopefully this is beneficial. Hopefully you guys getting benefit out of this. Okay, cool. It's probably going to go over a little bit, but I'm just throwing it all on you guys. Hopefully you can stay focused for it. So number 2, why most people aren't at a 10 out of 10 is most people don't follow a system. I'm not very good at fitness, but I just know if I show up to the gym 4 or 5 times a week and just do an hour class and just show up and get there and do it, I'm going to progress in my fitness. Yeah. It's a system that creates results, not my discipline. And 90% of success is just showing up, just eating the right foods, just getting to bed on time, just following the system. And we're going to go through the Isagenix system in a minute, which is a simple system that covers the majority of these things that we're talking around nutrition. So simple systems create results. Having a goal is vital, but if you don't have a plan to get there, you're just going to be lost forever. Yeah. So having a system is crucial. Number 3, the thing that stops us from getting out of 10 out of 10 with our health is support, right? Having accountability, having friends along the way to support us. The amount of people that I've spoken to and coached, and they are starting a health journey or starting a new fitness program or eating program, and they're doing it on their own, they don't last very long. They might last a couple of weeks and fall off the bandwagon. They don't stay focused. But the interesting thing about psychology is that we usually do more for other people than we do for ourselves. We usually do more for other people than we do for ourselves. That's really crucial. So if you connect with an accountability buddy, you're going to work together and you're going to progress further and for longer and be more consistent, if that makes sense. Cool. So those are my 3 tips on why people aren't getting it out. As you guys said, yourself, not having a plan, not being prepared, but it's those 3 things that cover a whole bunch of other things as well. So hopefully that was beneficial. Now, any questions so far before we get into the next little part? Speechless. I love it. Okay, great. I'm going to share my screen now. Also, I forgot to mention that for everybody that stays on the call to the very end, I'm giving away a prize for one person. We're going to do a little raffle at the end, a little like lucky dip through the chat, like I'll share with you soon to help whoever wins it is going to have like massive progress in their health. So stay tuned. Okay. I forgot to mention that. You got to stick around though. You can't leave. And if you're on the recording, you don't get it. Excellent. Okay, can you guys see this? I'm not going to be able to see the chat here. So Jess, if someone says anything on the chat, just let me know. Yeah. Can you guys see that? Isagenix's vision?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't see anyone's face anymore. I just see the screen. So I found out about Isagenix 4 years ago. A family friend from Perth, and he was a PT at the time. He was getting great results with this system. His family, I've loved and cared for them my whole life, and they're into Indian medicine, they're into yoga, they've been vegetarian their whole life, so I trusted their opinion when it came to this type of thing. But even when he told me about it, I was super skeptical. I was like, I don't believe that you could turn the benefits of organic fruits and veggies into powders and into a shake and into this to get the benefit out of it for our body. I was like, that's cheating. That's not right. But I trusted him. I put this system into my body, and there's a 30-day money back guarantee. So I was like, if it doesn't work for me, Jacob, I'm going to send it back. And he's like, no worries. It's all good. It worked for me. I dropped 10 kilos. I had my sleep improved. I was waking up after 7 hours of sleep, fully rested. I put on then, when my energy improved, my cravings reduced, my clarity, my food choices improved. And then I was like, what if I went to the gym? So I put on like 6 kilos of muscle in the gym. And I'm just the healthiest version of myself, even though I was eating super clean, super healthy, lots of herbs from my mom and Vitamix and stuff before. This system took my health to the next level. So this is the vision of Isagenix: to impact world health, to free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process, create the largest health and wellness company in the world. This is huge, and this company is doing it. Regardless of us, it's happening right now, and over 600,000 people use Isagenix and are getting the benefits of it. And it's a holistic approach. There's so much to it that this slideshow doesn't actually kind of cover. So I really recommend you guys get to an event that's coming up in January and also in March in Brisbane that will cover more of the community of it, because you can only get so much through a webinar on Zoom. The 4 areas that Isagenix cover: weight loss, energy, performance, and healthy aging. I would say it covers actually. It also creates a lifestyle business as well, a referral-based network marketing company. If you're wanting to share it, that's an option. But also the benefit here that's not really shared is community, is our friends. It's people as support, and some of my best friends I've met through this community. I'm so grateful for the people, right? I got into Isagenix for the products to help myself, to fill my cup up, and then I'm staying in it because I feel great, and also because I love the community and love how they make me feel. And doing calls like this really juice me up, and sharing this stuff with you guys. So what is the system? How does it work? It's really simple. There's about 5 or so key foundations to the system. Now, let me just state that you still eat whole food, clean, healthy food. You can't keep eating Maccas. You can't out-train an unhealthy diet. So eating clean is still really important to this, and also exercising. This isn't just a shake thing where you're going to have a shake and feel amazing. This is a system of products. The first part are the shakes. It's either a dairy shake or a dairy-free shake, which is the fats, carbs, and proteins, healthy ones, as well as digestive enzymes, probiotics, prebiotics. That's a full meal. This keeps me full for about 2 to 3 hours. And I have 2 of these a day, as well as 2 whole meals a day and a couple of healthy snacks. And that's kind of my regimen. It keeps it really simple. And yeah, they fill me up. There's a bunch of different flavors. Now, so that's the first part. So putting good quality building blocks of nutrition into your body. The second part is cleansing. So we spoke about the chemicals in our environment. We can't escape these chemicals, right? Right now, you know, I'm near the beach. Maybe there's less chemicals here, but there's chemicals from the house, from, you know, whatever this carpet's made out of. There's chemicals everywhere, so that they get into our body. So this particular drink helps our body flush out the impurities. Okay, so our body has liver, kidneys, our skin, our poop, our wee to flush out the things that aren't serving us in our body. But the chemicals these days are so harsh that our body needs a little bit of help. Yeah, so the turmeric and aloe vera in this drink help support our body to flush this stuff out of our body. So you do one of these a week, like a 24-hour one. You could do a half-day one, or you could do a 2-day one, 2-day cleanse where you're having this drink as well as a couple of healthy snacks throughout the day. It's kind of like intermittent fasting, but it's supported intermittent fasting. And there's a bunch of scientific journals and studies behind this, which we'll get into later. So the first part was the shake. Second part was the cleanse. The third part is Ionic Supreme. So this is a drink that you have in the morning, or you can have before you go to bed, or I have it when I train. And the herbs in this help our body deal with stress. So we're all under stress, and anytime our cortisol goes up, which is the stress hormone, cortisol goes up, our IQ goes down, our sex drive goes down, our ability to put on muscle goes down, our ability to lose weight goes down. Stress in the body is just huge, is really crippling. So by just having this alone, this is one of my favorite products, majority of other people's favorite products, just helps the body balance itself, get a quality night's sleep, and perform better. Like I just trained the most hectic training session at CrossFit. I have 2 scoops of this, and I don't have a dip after my training. So that's kind of the benefit for me. Healthy e-shots. These are naturally derived caffeine through yerba mate, and this is about $3.50. You know, you buy a coffee for $3.50 or $4, maybe $6, depending where you go. And this is like, you get a coffee buzz, probably even more than a coffee buzz, without the come down. So I love this. Super healthy. You know, coffee for me makes me jittery. This doesn't make me jittery at all. For athletes wanting to put on more muscle, this is one of the shakes. My dad has this. He has 2 of these shakes. He's 50, and he just likes the extra protein. It keeps him fuller for longer. He doesn't train too much, but he needs the extra bit of protein, you know, just for his muscles to maintain themselves as he's growing older, which is really important. Protein is key. Yeah. Now the athletes range, I'm kind of going through this quickly, but there's websites like Isagenix Health, Isagenix Product. We have a group on Facebook. Obviously, speak to the person that invited you. They can tell you more about this stuff because there's so much to it. I'm going through it fast just to kind of give you the overview. This is a pre-workout. So this is what you have 45 minutes before you train, and this gives you the amino acids to support your muscles as you're burning in your workout. So I had this before I trained before. I love it. There's also a BCAA mix as well, so for post-training or during training. And then you can also have a beetroot juice, which beetroot juice has nitrous oxide, which helps the oxygen production in your body, which was what I mentioned before. Oxygen and air is so important. This helps the ability of our body to push oxygen into our muscles, into our cells, so we're going to perform better in the gym. So, and one of the last ones are the multi-pack. So this is your fish oil. This is also your like multivitamin. You got CoQ10, resveratrol, and vitamin D3. So they're all for energy production and fighting antioxidants in the body, and kind of the building blocks that aren't in our food. You know, all the vitamins and minerals that aren't in the soils, that aren't in the food, that aren't in our body. This is bridging that gap. Yeah. And lastly, the healthy aging. Obviously, we all want to look good and feel good for as long as we can. And this particular product is, when you look at the ingredients behind this, they're amazing. Particularly, they focus on helping the liver health. Our liver be healthy and strong and process stuff. We go through everything that if we're drinking alcohol or processed food, our liver is just going to be under a lot of pressure. So this supports our liver in dealing with the toxic stuff that we're putting in. And this is the one that for women or for dudes as well, it's like your nails grow stronger, your skin's shinier, your hair's longer. It's amazing what this product does. There's heaps of science behind it. Just to wrap up, guys, there's a bunch of science. You can check that out on isagenixhealth.net. But there's 50 full-time scientists that back this up. They work all year round making this product and this system incredible. In the future, I've just had word from my friend that there's a lot more plant-based, a lot more dairy-free, a lot more vegan options coming into the line, which is really exciting. And so once you start, there's actually a 4-month fitness program that's linked in with it. So it's called a healthy mind. It's not the Healthy Mind and Body, the IsaBody Challenge, and it's a 4-month, 16-week accountability program. So the person that enrolled you, they can be your accountability buddy, or if you guys are wanting to get started, you want some accountability. I always need some accountability too. Hit me up. We'll hold each other accountable. But it's to focus on your health and fitness and your lifestyle and these habits for 4 months. You know, you could start Isagenix for 30 days, get great results, but why not make this a 4-month? 30 days is like a quick fix thing. I'm not about that. We're not about that at all. If you want to create a lifestyle, you want to create healthy habits, at least stick to this for 4 months. That's my biggest recommendation. That way you're gonna really integrate it into your life. And just for completing it, you get $200 worth of free product. The finalists have a $3,000 finalist prize, and the grand prize is $10,000 and a trip to America. So there's a lot of incentives if you're really wanting to knuckle down, but this is optional. You don't have to do it. There's also a 60-day mindset program that one of Tony Robbins' head coaches came across to Isagenix to create, which is about creating the healthy inner dialogue, healthy vision, and healthy habits within our mindset that help us along the journey. Cool. Hopefully this is all making sense. Jess and Alice, I'd love you to share your story really quick. I'm going to pull up your before and after photo.
Sure thing. We might share.
Jess, do you want to jump in first?
Yeah, for sure. I'll just do it really quickly because I know we're just going over time a bit. But I just recently did a 16-week challenge. So I think I'm echoing a bit. Sorry, guys. I lost 8 kilos, and that was my before photo was shot 9 days after giving birth. So, I obviously wasn't exactly upset with my body. I'd just given birth to my first child. So I was pretty happy with where I was because, it was just the usual weight. But what I found was doing the breastfeeding program, it was such a healthy way to lose weight and get healthy. And, my son is the healthiest little boy that I could possibly have ever asked for. And he's absolutely thrived on, just me exclusively breastfeeding alone. I think it's not just about the health results, the physical health results. It's also about mindset. And it certainly taught me a lot about my body and just how grateful I am of what it's possible, what it can do and what it can achieve. So, that's my IsaBody Challenge story. I do encourage you guys to have a look into it if you're going to do the program. It's absolutely awesome.
Excellent. Thank you, Jess.
Pleasure.
And Alice. This is amazing. You guys are just...
Hi.
The results... I wish we were showing more results. Anyway.
Yeah, God, look at me on the right compared to the left. Holy shit. Hi, everyone. So I've been doing Isagenix now for about 18 months. When I first started, because I had some really crazy gut issues. So I got salmonella when I lived over in London. I was in hospital for 4 weeks. Pretty much just everything started happening. I was putting on weight. I had like zero energy. I never slept. I was almost like an insomniac. I got really bad anxiety because of all this as well. When you feel low and you feel like crap, you start to feel anxious. You start to feel yucky about yourself. You start to sort of forget about self-worth and self-belief and things like that. So when I first started, I feel like I was in a pretty low place. I pretty much resisted for about 2 years. Like Jess, who just shared before, had told me about Isagenix, and I just kept saying, no, don't want to do it. You know, I'd already tried cutting out so many things, and I felt like I'd sort of tried absolutely everything before I finally said yes to this. And I think saying no for so long was completely out of fear. It was just fear that it would be another thing that didn't work, or fear that I wouldn't be able to do it, or fear that I wouldn't get the results that, you know, Jess had talked about and other people had talked about. And I think I finally woke up one day and said, yeah, I'm going to do it. Sign me up. So in my first 30 days, the main thing that I noticed was my energy. Like, oh my God, exactly what Zach was talking about before, when you're a 7 or an 8 and you think that that's normal. Like, that's not normal, you know? I finally realized what a real 7, 8, 9, 10 actually felt like. And for so long, I think I just put up with feeling like crap because I just thought it was normal, you know? So my first 30 days, all I said to Jess, I kept saying, I feel clean. I just feel the most clean that I have ever felt. I had so much energy. I was sleeping so well. My anxiety had just lifted. Not that Isagenix promises to fix anxiety or any mental health issues, but you know, the fact that I was sleeping, my food was digesting, I was feeling clean. I all of a sudden had this sort of self-worth where I went, I deserve to feel like this. You know, I don't deserve to feel the way that I was feeling. So after my first 30 days, I went, I'm going to do another one. So I did another back-to-back 30-day cleanse. I weighed myself at the end of that cleanse and I was like, holy hell, I've lost like 8 kilos. So that was 18 months ago. I lost 8 kilos. Been doing it for 18 months and I've kept my 8 kilos off. I've lost another 2 kilos. But it's not only that, it's now understanding how my body works, understanding that, you know, how I feel now is how I should have felt and could have felt for so long, but didn't know, you know. And Jess sort of put this box of stuff in my hands and went, just do it. If you don't like it, you don't have to keep doing it. It's to say it's changed my life is like an understatement. The other thing, the two other things really quickly that I think aren't talked about as much, because it's all about sort of before and afters and weight loss. The two big things are mental clarity. Like, I have never experienced mental clarity after a cleanse day like this. And also the self-development. So Zach mentioned before about the healthy mind and body. It's a self-development program that Isagenix offer. And I did that in my second 30 days. And that was the biggest game changer. Like, what I realized was it wasn't just about my physical results. It was about my mindset and the mental sort of stuff that came with that. So yeah, I've never looked back since. I will never stop using these products because I just never not want to feel as good as I feel now. And my mission now is to just, keep doing what I'm doing, tone up, lose my last few kilos. But also I just want everybody to experience the results that I've experienced because it's infectious. Yeah.
Amazing. So good. Actually, is James still on the call? I wonder if I could get him to quickly share. I haven't got your before and after, bro, but I want to share a little bit about your story. And this is the same time that we did it.
For sure.
So just go for it.
I actually started Isagenix for the business of network marketing. I just want to share that because that's how I started. Because I was just 3 years into my degree, I wasn't enjoying it, didn't know what I was, thought I knew what I wanted to do, but really didn't. And Zach introduced me to this network marketing. I was like, what is this industry? Fell in love with it straight away because I saw it for a way to own my freedom, my time, and to really help other people succeed. That was the only way for me to succeed. When I looked at the product, I saw weight loss. And I went, cleanse? All right, I'll just give it to Dad. All right, you have it. And I didn't, I was really skeptical, but I finally just thought, I was like, you know what, if I'm going to do this, I've got to be real about this and I'm going to give this a crack. So I'd always struggled to put on weight. I weighed 69 kilos at the time. And finally I was training 3-4 times a week and I implemented the products into my meal plans. So I was having about 5 meals a day with my body type and with my goals. I I had to eat a lot. So I've got the other issue. I've got the opposite. All of you guys are probably like, oh, you dickhead, like you can eat all you want. It's hard, and it's money, and it's time, meal prepping. So anyway, 12 weeks down the track, I put on 7 kilos of lean muscle. Sorry, not 7 kilos, 7 kilos all up. I put on, I was the heaviest and most energetic I've ever been. I've been using the products now for 3.5 years. I love it. And I love it. It's just the best. Like cleansing, I believe everyone must cleanse. It doesn't matter if you're 80, if you're 50, if you're 20, if you want to put on lean muscle. Cleansing, it is that mental clarity you get from it. I absolutely love. And that energy, I freaking love. So, yeah.
That's it, man. Awesome. Thanks for sharing, dude. I know Steve is also on the line, and Steve's had a great transformation. I'll just randomly pull you out of the... Steve, you still there, mate? Oh, he might be driving. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anyway, he's not sharing a story. All good. He's got a great story though. Steve is a friend of mine through Kelsey, and Steve has dropped 8 kilos, and he was trying to lose weight for a good 2 years, and nothing was budging. And he's just really loved the community, loved the support, and he's found this newfound fulfillment where he's been able to help other people and his friends that have been struggling for ages too, help them with their fitness and nutrition and the accountability. If you guys come to the event, you guys will meet Steve too. He's awesome. He's one of the most genuine dudes. I love the authenticity and the genuine nature of everybody. Everyone in this community are so driven, and it's hard not to be driven when you're hanging out with other driven people. So everybody, just to recap, Isagenix, health, nutrition, I believe we all deserve to be 10 out of 10 with our health. We really can do it. And why not now, right? Why not start right now? If you want to make next year your healthiest year, this is the best time to start. So if you want any more information on Isagenix, talk to the person that invited you, and they'll run you through the whole system and the pricing and everything like that. And yeah, I'm just so excited to be here. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions, stick around. We're going to obviously pause the recording. We might keep the questions rolling too. And